Hey guys, welcome back to another week of What's for Dinner. If you're new here, we post these videos every Sunday to share some meal ideas with you and to hopefully give you a little inspiration for the coming week. If you haven't already, make sure to subscribe down below and turn on notifications so you don't miss any future dinner ideas. This week's video is also part of a group collaboration hosted by my friend Julia Pacheco. I'll make sure to leave her link down in the description box so you can go give her a visit. And I'll also have a link to a playlist where you can go watch lots of other What's for Dinner videos. For meal number one, we had chicken fried steak with mashed potatoes and corn. In one pan we have some flour, and we're going to season this to taste with some cayenne, some salt and pepper, paprika, onion and garlic powder, and some seasoned salt. We also added in a little bit of baking soda and baking powder. And in our other pan, we're going to combine 2 eggs with some milk and Worcestershire. We just served these with some homemade mashed potatoes and some corn and some gravy from a packet. Super simple and so delicious. For meal number 2, we made a pulled pork pull-apart bread. We're just using some carnita meat, and we're going to season this really well with Adam's seasoning. You can use whatever kind of pork rub you like. Then we wrapped it all up in foil and put it in the oven at 250 degrees for about 4 hours. This always turns out so tender, you don't even really have to shred it, it just falls apart. So for the dough, we're using our pizza dough we always use. That recipe is down below. And we're just going to roll it up into little balls and start layering it in our bun pan. So to layer this up, we started with some of the pizza dough and some of the pulled pork. And on top of that, we put some cheddar and mozzarella blend cheese and some barbecue sauce. Then we just repeated that layer one more time and put this in the oven at 425 degrees for 20 minutes. We just served this with some pickles and chips and some baked beans, and this was so good, it was probably my favorite meal of the week. Up next, we had a buffalo chicken and cauliflower mac and cheese. We're using some Texas-shaped pasta for ours because why not? And we also have some chicken breast boiling and some cauliflower cooking. We made our homemade buffalo sauce, and I'll have that recipe down below. We also added in a little bit of ranch dressing. So once our pasta was cooked, we drained it and we put our chicken back into the pot along with our buffalo sauce. Then we made our cheese sauce. This has a half cup of sour cream, a half cup of cottage cheese, and 1 cup of Velveeta. We also mixed together some panko breadcrumbs with some salt and pepper and parsley to top it all off. We put this in our 9x13 baking dish, topped it off with those breadcrumbs, and baked it in the oven at 350 degrees for 15 to 20 minutes. This mac and cheese was so good, we just served it with some cucumbers and tomatoes on the side. The next night we made a simple nacho topping with some taco seasoned ground beef, Velveeta cheese, some corn, and sour cream. And to put our nachos together, we have some salsa and jalapenos, some black olives, some chopped onion, some sour cream. We have some shredded lettuce, and for our chips, we're using some nacho cheese Doritos and some regular tortilla chips. Nacho night is always a favorite in our house. And for the final meal of the week, we had an easy homemade beef stroganoff. So we just browned up a pound of ground beef and seasoned it with some salt and pepper, some seasoned salt, minced garlic, onion powder, parsley, sage and rosemary, and some Worcestershire. We added in a little bit of flour to thicken up our sauce, and then we added in some beef broth. Next came a can of evaporated milk and some sour cream. We served this with some peas on the side and some butter bread. This is easy comfort food that's always delicious. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed this week's video, don't forget to hit that like button. And if you haven't already, we would love for you to join our YouTube family. So hit that subscribe button down below and turn on notifications. We post What's for Dinner videos every Sunday.
Do I see your head? Yes, I see your head.
Sprinkle of salt. A shower of pepper. We got some pepper. We like pepper. I do. You do. We all do. A pinch of paprika.